was a little crazy.
Wasn't it?
It was. And, we didn't make a formal announcement, but, of course, many of our listeners probably know that we also do a live show, evening special, every day at 6 p.m.
Yes.
And we had the 개편 starting this week. So it was very eventful.
There were a lot of things.
Yes.
A lot of things going on air and off air.
Yeah.
Preparing for...
Sure.
It's not a new show, but it kind of is a new show.
Well, for us it is because we're there every day. Yeah. So thank you for joining us if you did for Evening Special. But also, I'm sure a lot of our Power English listeners joined us as well.
Yeah. It's great to have, support on this show and Evening Special as well. So thank you all for the love, the comments, everything that you send us every day.
I know. I just hope that you don't get sick of our voices.
Never.
Okay, all right. So it is our business dialogue, and it is about the company dress code. Okay. Now, it says here, these rules are a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Are you hiking? Are you... a breath of fresh air? Are we in the forest?
No, not really. The imagery is that. The image is, But it's more of a feeling that something is new, different, in a good way.
Right.
Like you needed a change and you finally got it.
Oh, I see. It's like breathing in more oxygen than usual.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. What is the expression express oneself? To express yourself.
Right. To express yourself means to show your feelings or show your emotions. If we're talking about things like fashion, it could be showing your personality.
Yes.
Through something.
Right, through your clothes or your hair. Okay. How about the expression anything goes?
Everything is allowed. Everything is permitted.
Oh.
You can do whatever you want.
No restrictions.
No rules, no restrictions.
Oh, anything goes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then we have our expression, a breath of fresh air, that we just talked about. Let's go ahead and listen to our power dialogue.
I was really surprised at how well most people followed the dress code.
Yeah, me too. But there were a few exceptions, like Mark from marketing.
Creative types like him want to express themselves in how they dress.
He could have done it with a wacky tie or bright socks. His attitude that anything goes probably wasn't received well by the top brass.
Yeah, he'll definitely be written up. I saw his department manager talking to him.
Personally, I think these rules are a breath of fresh air.
Please turn to page 158. You'll find our power dialogue. So let's begin. Olivia says, I was really surprised at how well most people followed the dress code.
That's funny.
Why?
Yeah, I thought most people would ignore the rules, but they followed them.
That is what she's saying.
Yes.
She's like, I thought people were not going to follow the dress code. Okay. So John says, well, yeah, me too. But there were a few exceptions, like Mark from marketing. Okay. Yes, most of the people really followed the guideline, the dress code, but there were a few exceptions. So we have this expression or word, exceptions.
Yes.
And we say there are always exceptions to the rule.
Yes.
What are exceptions?
So an exception, in Korean, you would say 예외, right? So it's kind of like saying there are a couple of examples that do not follow the rule, right? So in this case, most people followed the rules, but there were a couple of people that didn't.
Especially like Mark from marketing. Okay, let's see what happened. Olivia says, creative types like him want to express themselves in how they dress. So Mark is a creative type.
Yes.
So he's an artistic type. And he likes to express himself
Yes.
in how they dress. And you talked about that.
Right. In this case, when we're talking about fashion and expressing yourself, it's wearing the clothes that you want to wear as a way to show your ideas, your thoughts, your personality to other people.
Right. So to express yourself can simply be like, this is how I think.
Yeah, this is my opinion.
Yeah, this is my opinion.
Right.
But it could also happen through food, clothing.
Yeah.
If you're a chef.
Music. Poetry.
Yeah.
Often we use this with more artistic type of things.
Right.
Yeah. Are you a person that likes to express themselves? Well, like, not in the saying your opinion, but like through clothes or...
Yeah, well, I have a certain style, when it comes to my clothes.
Yeah.
It's a little bohemian. It's very colorful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to say I do express myself through my clothes and my hair. How about you, Cameron?
No.
No. Yes, you do.
I don't. I only dress nice because other people make me. I don't care about clothes.
That's true.
But I know other people do.
But you look good.
Only because it's my job.
Okay.
If I could wear just like basketball shorts
you would.
And a t-shirt every day, I would.
You know who expresses themselves?
Who?
Our PD, JB.
He does.
He always has a nice outfit.
I just want him to be my personal shopper. Yeah. Like, I'll give him money. Buy me anything. I just don't want to think about it.
Let's continue. John says he could have done it with a wacky tie or bright socks. His attitude that anything goes probably wasn't received well by the top brass. Okay, so he could have done it with a wacky tie or bright socks. What is this saying?
So wacky here means silly, W-A-C-K-Y. You know, some ties have like funny designs on it.
Like really crazy.
Yeah.
Loud.
Like when I was growing up, my favorite tie that my dad wore, because he wore a tie every Sunday, was a Bugs Bunny tie. He would go to church in a Bugs Bunny tie.
That is so cute.
And I loved it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Sometimes he would let me pick out his tie for church that day. I always choose the Bugs Bunny tie.
Okay, everyone, for those of you who don't know Bugs Bunny, it was a very famous cartoon.
Yeah, it's a cartoon rabbit.
Cartoon rabbit, that's right. Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so his attitude that anything goes wasn't probably well received. So the people upstairs, the boss, 팀장님, 부장님.
Yeah.
Okay. His attitude, anything goes.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
So anything goes means everything is permitted. There are no rules. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So if his attitude that anything goes, Mark basically thinks, I can do whatever I want. But John is saying here that it probably wasn't well received by the top brass.
Yes.
Now, top brass, B-R-A-S-S, is a term that means like the people upstairs.
Management.
The big bosses.
The big bosses.
Not like the middle management, but like the CEO, the COO, like the people really high up there. They didn't like it.
I'm sure
Probably
they
didn't like it.
That's right. And so then Olivia says,
yeah, he'll definitely be written up. I saw his department manager talking to him.
Now, if you are written up, this is an interesting expression. Yeah, what does this mean?
So written up is used in companies. It can be used in school. It's whenever someone reports you.
Yeah.
In a bad way.
Right.
So maybe you broke a rule and your boss has to write you up, meaning your boss has to report to people higher than him or her that their employee did something wrong.
That's right. So you don't want to be written up.
Right.
Okay. John says, personally, I think these rules are a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
So personally is our power pattern.
개인적으로.
Okay, yeah.
It means 개인적으로, but we often say this at the beginning of the sentence to then give your opinion.
That's right.
Right?
This is what I personally think.
Yeah.
So people say personally, I think da-da-da. Or sometimes they say, I personally think da-da-da-da.
But you don't even need think. If you just say personally, you say personally, it's bad.
Yes.
That would mean I think that it is bad.
Okay. All right. So these rules, John is very positive about these rules. It's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah. Just imagine you're inside, all the windows are closed.
Yeah.
Maybe you cooked and there's some smoke in the air.
Yeah.
But the moment you walk outside,
right.
it's refreshing, it's different, it's a change that you needed.
Oh, that's a nice example. That's exactly it. Okay, let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
I was really surprised at how well most people followed the dress code.
Yeah, me too. But there were a few exceptions, like Mark from marketing.
Creative types like him want to express themselves in how they dress.
He could have done it with a wacky tie or bright socks. His attitude that anything goes probably wasn't received well by the top brass.
Yeah, he'll definitely be written up. I saw his department manager talking to him.
Personally, I think these rules are a breath of fresh air.
It's time for Power Note. We're on pages 160 and 61. Let's do a quick review and look at some example sentences. If you express yourself, it not only means to express your feeling, I'm sad, I'm, so upset.
Right.
Or ideas, but it can also be about your clothes, your style.
Yeah. Your personality.
Your personality. I don't mind if you express yourself, but can you do it quietly?
I'm starting to think you don't like my singing.
So I guess singing is a form of expression.
Yeah, it can be. For people that love singing.
Yeah.
Maybe they want... It may not be to show other people. Sometimes singing is almost like therapy.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
They're able to put their emotions into the song, and it's just a good way to, express yourself.
Let it out.
Let it out.
This is what my son does every day.
With singing?
Yeah, very loudly. And sometimes bad. But it's cute because you know that at least he's in good spirits.
Yes.
When you're able to sing, at least, you're just kind of like in a better mood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm happy to hear him sing.
Yeah.
The art teacher taught the children to express themselves through finger painting.
Again, this is another art example. So expressing yourself. It's hard to express yourself in non-artistic ways. I don't think you can express yourself through law. Even if you're a lawyer and you love law, love practicing law, you can't really express yourself through law because there's no flexibility.
Or engineering.
Right?
Right.
Maybe,
true.
Maybe the design, though. Like if you design a bridge, you can design it in your style.
Yeah.
But there are certain, like a mechanic, I don't know if they could express themselves through fixing brakes.
No, I don't think so.
A little hard.
I think that would be very difficult.
It would have to be something that's a little bit looser.
Yeah, because there's only one way to fix the brake.
I think.
Right?
I don't know anything about cars, but maybe the outside design of the car, yes, you could do something. Yeah. But the inside...
Yeah. Like, the mechanics.
Yeah, how the wheels turn, how the engine runs. There's not a lot of room to express yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything goes means everything is permitted, everything is allowed.
Yes.
Okay. So what are the rules of this game?
Stay on your side of the line, but otherwise anything goes.
Okay. These games can be very dangerous.
Yeah.
Games where the rule is anything goes, that can be dangerous.
Right. What was that show? It was like Korean army people.
Yeah.
And they were trying to see who was the best military person.
Yeah.
And they just got in a pit of mud. And they just had to bring them
oh dear.
It was an anything goes sort of situation. They just had to get the other person down on the ground.
Oh boy.
And pull them out of the circle.
Oh dear.
It was I would not survive.
I would not survive.
I would just wave my white flag. I give up. I surrender.
All right. As a kid, I thought that being an adult meant that anything goes.
Isn't that true?
Yeah, because, kids have a lot of rules to follow.
Yeah.
Parents, teachers, just rules.
Right.
Don't do this, do this. And so they want to become an adult because they feel like it's pure freedom.
It's not. The rules just change.
It just changed. And I think there are more rules.
In some cases,
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So true.
So anything does not go.
Yeah, I don't think there are too many places where anything goes.
Yeah. Right? I agree.
You might, however, I could see in like a business meeting, as far as giving ideas.
Yes.
Saying, the boss might say, okay, what are your ideas? Anything goes. Means there's no bad idea.
Right.
Say whatever you want to say because we need new, exciting, creative ideas.
That's right.
But, as far as rules, I don't know if there are any places where you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah, I think in the creative process, this really kind of applies to the creative process. Like anything goes.
Yeah.
Designing, new ideas, that sort of thing. But I think other than that, it would be very difficult to use this expression.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But certain games, maybe anything goes. Yeah. Okay. A breath of fresh air, something that's new, different, and it's very nice. It's like 신선하다. Yeah. Oh, it's refreshing.
Yeah.
Okay. Bringing in new management has been a breath of fresh air for the company.
I agree. It feels much more relaxed and friendly in the office.
So there's a whole new management team. It's like, wow, and they're good at they're very professional. They're very good at what they do.
Yeah.
So it's like when you say it's been a breath of fresh air means, wow, this is great.
Yes.
It's like it's revitalizing the department.
Yeah, it's a change for the good,
yes.
right?
Yes.
If the management came in and it was worse, yes, it would be a change, but it's not
a breath of fresh air.
It's not a breath of fresh air.
This apartment is a breath of fresh air compared to your old dark apartment.
Oh,
it's so light.
So light and lovely.
Lovely. It smells nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Power pattern. Personally, 개인적으로, personally, I prefer chocolate ice cream over vanilla.
Never.
No, I prefer vanilla over chocolate ice cream.
Yeah. Personally, I wouldn't wear those two colors together.
Okay, but if you want, you can. Okay, our power vocab is exception. Do check out the definition on page 162. And please stop by
오디오 어학당.
Very nice. And make sure you subscribe for a very small fee. And you can listen to our shows, many shows, over and over again.
Over again.
Okay. Have a nice day. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.